you.
Yes, guys, welcome back. So, very good evening to all. So, last class, we gave an introduction. I did give an introduction about myself. And before that, am I audible? Am I okay? My voice is clear.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Thank you. So, we did had an introduction about Java full stack, JavaScript full stack. I told you about so many full stacks, right? Of course, this boot camp, we want to give you an overview of two full stacks. One is, of course, JavaScript full stack and Java full stack. Mostly they go hand in hand. You cannot say that you can survive just with Java. You have to have both the skills because Java is mainly from the backend, middle tier, we call that as, and JavaScript no mostly tries to stay in the view tier, we call it as, where we create dynamic UI components. Of course, JavaScript is also as powerful. I mean, it can also be used as a middleware. But to be precise, Java has its own advantages in middle tier. So always there will be a competition. Sometimes JavaScript may win, but believe me, Java is very strong in the middle tier region. So most probably you will be using Java in the middle tier and JavaScript in the view tier. I'm sorry, I got a little cough. So we have to learn both. So what are the stack details of JavaScript? If you look at, primarily we need to understand HTML, then CSS, then Bootstrap, then we need to understand jQuery, Ajax, then of course certain things about responsive designing, and of course little bit of design aspects, and then of course we need to learn a few frameworks, especially Angular, React, Flutter, Vue kind of frameworks. Of course we have two stacks like Mean, Mern and all, but those days are gone. Like we still no more only interested in recruiting people only with React or only with Angular. No, we are mainly now concentrating on JavaScript full stack. So we want people to work either on Flutter, because Flutter has come, React and Angular have taken a back seat. So we cannot expect a person to be expert in Mern to be an expert in Flutter. So we want a person to be an expert in JavaScript who can relate himself to either Angular or React or Flutter or Vue, and who knows what will come next. Fine. It's a ever-changing world, and you should be ready. As I said, our objective is not to become a biryani cook. Our objective is to become a chef. A chef who can cook, anything. Given some, ingredients, he should be able to plan and cook anything as he likes. So that he should not look at YouTube, and he should not look at some recipes. He should create his own recipes. So that's the kind of people the industry looks at. So the industry has, I mean, uh, some requirements. We need to fulfill that, and we cannot go with our wish and whims. We need to go what the market expects from us. Based on that, we need to groom ourselves. So I would say like include both. Mostly Java full stack training programs will also cover JavaScript. Will also cover HTML, CSS3 because we know. But JavaScript full stack developers will not have the opportunity to learn Java full stack because Java is like main course. JavaScript is like no side dish. Nobody will sell side dish, right? They will sell main course. Side dish is add-on. So if somebody is selling side dish, they won't be adding the main dish as a freebie. So like that it goes. Okay. So anyway, my full stack generally has both. So that's the reason this 5 days program we decided we'll give a glimpse of both the things. But believe me, it's not just a glimpse. I'm going to cover properly to you HTML5, CSS3. We are going to cover JavaScript, and we are also going to cover Java the last day, where we are going to talk about how Java services can be created. Just to give an overview of the architecture, we are going to go with a demo now. But before that, see, the biggest problem with generally us is we all learn things, we all study, we study for scoring in our exams, we study for preparing for the interview, but hardly we study for believe me, we have a problem. We call that as uh, knowledge, I mean problem. We don't study for knowledge, and we there are people, but I'm talking about the majority. Now I need to ask the question why, when, where, what. If I could answer those questions, that means I'm seeking knowledge out of my studies. So that's what we need to ask. On that basis, today let's answer first this question: why HTML5? Fine. This is going to be the first thing which we are going to talk about. Like, what is web? Why what web? Fine. Who is W3C and what I mean? Who are the members of that? Introduction to know the web technology as such. Then we'll talk about the key features. Fine. Blah 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 blah. Blah. This is going to be the first half of the session where we are going to see the demo of this. Okay. So let's answer these questions. What, why, when, where. See, Tim Berners, good looking, handsome man. Fine. Now he's very old. He does not look like this. I took a old photo of his. Fine. My favorite, I mean, everybody has a favorite hero, right? So for me, he is my favorite. In fact, I dislike him. I don't like him actually. I dislike him because he is one person who made the entire world different to me. Believe me, when I was born. See, I'm born 74, 1974. See, we didn't had I mean TV. We didn't had I mean video games. We didn't have anything what you people have today. Your world and my world is totally different. And for that, the reason is this guy, Tim Berners. See, till I came to college, 91, I joined my college. Now, this person didn't introduce HTTP. In 91, he introduced a protocol called HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. In fact, that has changed the world. See, believe me, when I was in school, higher secondary and college, I mean, of course, still post-graduation in India, we didn't have much awareness of HTTP. And after that only, but for US in 67 itself, you had ARPANET, internet connectivity, so many things were introduced. HTTP was not formalized, but it was used. But this person made it formal, and you know what he did? See, HTTP in simple terms, it's like this. See, before 1947, India had thousands of princely states, including like Hyderabad, Nawab, and all. They are princely states. But the government, decided to unite all these states, and they made a strong country, a united country. That's what even United States of America, United States of Soviet Republic. So we make like United Nations, correct? So when united, we become stronger. That's very simple. We have been learning these stories from our childhood. So Tim Berners said, see, computers are there, networks are there, fine. So many technologies are there already. Fine. So much is advanced. So much advanced technologies are there, but they are all pocket of islands, pockets of islands. He said, if I give HTTP, that's the objective of HTTP, hypertext transfer. Using HTTP, just understand this much today. Later we'll understand later in a very big way. HTTP means you can make HTTP connector to all the pocket of islands, and they all can be integrated into one single network. In fact, that's what internet is. See, the head of octopus is in US. Tentacles are spreaded across the globe. That's what internet, right? Network, it's a network. And if you want to hook to that network, you got to create one HTTP element, a port. You get now once you get hooked to internet, you are connected to the whole world. Now, what does that mean? It's like I open a shop in my street, only my street people are my customers. If I open in a highway, the whole highway people who roam around in highway are my customers. If I open a HTTP port and connect to information highway, that is internet, the whole globe is my customer. So this is what now Tim Berners said. And believe me, after that, everybody started creating web services. Services which can be hosted on internet, which are loosely coupled. Loosely coupled means anybody can connect. I'll tell you in simple way. Java programs, only Java can connect. C program, only C can connect. VB program, only VB can connect. But if I make a Java program with HTTP port, with like a web port, C can connect, C++ can connect, VB can connect, anybody can connect. See, so that means I create a Java service, I put a web port, I put it on internet, the whole world can connect. So overnight, I get the global customers. Now that's the reason in the last 20, 30 years, there are new millionaires, new rich people. Elon Musk is not family rich man. See, prior to that, in my days of college, we had Tata, Birla. They were generation of rich people. But today, we don't have generations of rich people. We have overnight, millionaires. Correct? Jack Ma, overnight millionaire. Jeff Bezos, overnight millionaire. Fine. Everybody is overnight millionaire. We never know heard that person's name. Suddenly paper says he is a millionaire, billionaire, something like that. Correct? We don't have generations. So internet is such a magic. See, when we were in college and school, I used to go to railway station to book ticket. I used to go to gas station to book, no, gas means not your petrol. I mean, I'm talking about the cylinder, what we have in India. Every month we need to do a booking. We need to stand in queue there. For milk card, I need to go and recharge, stand in queue. Fine. Bus pass to travel to college. Fine. I need to go and recharge in that. Renew that every month. So all these things we were spending manually, and we had only one TV channel, no TV channels, no internet, no games. But look at what you have today. You never have seen queues on internet. Services are available throughout global. You may travel to a country. From there also you can pay your electricity bill. From there you can pay your credit card bill. You can access your bank. The life had become much easier for you, which was not the case. See, in fact, if I, for example, just imagine 95, if I had gone in coma and today I have got I will go mad, because what was in 95 before that is no more. The whole world has changed. Now that's what this is the guy. He is the guy who did that, Tim Berners. Though I am a great fan of him, if I meet him, I will know. Definitely, I will hold him. Like, you are the person responsible for all these things, but for good. I mean, I'm not talking about now. I'm going to praise him only. So something he has done to the world, and in fact, he is also the person who created HTML5 also. It's not just he created HTTP in 91. In 2008, Tim Berners worked on HTML5 and he came up with HTML5 version. In 2012, the final draft was released. For that also, that also has changed the world. This person has changed the world in two times. One in 91 by introducing HTTP, and then in 2012 by introducing HTML5. He is the person. Along with him, some other people joined, like Google joined. Somebody's. Can you put that person in mute? Fine, guys. Okay. So now we understood why HTTP, what HTTP does. HTTP's definition, let me give you. It's a protocol, hypertext transfer protocol, to achieve interoperability between heterogeneous systems. Let me repeat, hypertext transfer protocol. It enables interoperability between heterogeneous systems. Two heterogeneous, that is dissimilar systems, can talk to each other. So on internet, billions and zillions of computers are there, which are totally heterogeneous. But with HTTP, they are united. We are separated by caste, creed, religion, but software makes us one. Correct or not? We all learn software, become software professional. That way we are all friends, right? Even then we are friends, but this brings us closer. We all work together to solve problems. Got it? Okay. One more basic question we need to answer. Why? Is why did Tim Berners move from HTML4 to HTML5? Let me put across in a simple sense. See, when web was introduced, we were only interested in web services. So web services are services which are on internet. What Gartner said, loosely coupled services over the internet is web services. But the views which are generated in HTML, which we see in the browser, were not fine active. They were like no canvas, like a paint. They are not live. They were not live. HTML4 does not allow you to go beyond what is given. HTML4 components does not have a server side representation. You need to have a server for the client to be stronger. Then that needs to be directly connected. That was not there in HTML4. HTML4 was not extensible. It was dumb. It was a dumb technology. So because of this, Oracle created one technology called ADF. Sun Microsystem came with a technology called XHTML, Java server faces. Then Google came with GWT, Yahoo came with YWT, Yahoo Web Toolkit, Google Web Toolkit, Java server faces, ICE faces, Rich faces, Tomahawk library. Fine. I mean, application development phases. So many technologies started coming because HTML4 is not giving dynamic UI components. So people were making money out of this. In fact, 2008 May, Oracle estimated the market size for dynamic UI components is $3 trillion only in West Asia. So they were targeting them. So obviously the cake is open for everyone. So Tim Berners said, no, this is not the thing. We will improve HTML4 and make it. See, when I'm not, see, it's my market, HTML's market. Since I'm incapable of creating dynamic components, somebody is making money. 2004, Craig McLuhan suggested Sun Microsystem to come up with JSF, Java Server Faces. Then Oracle said, we will also create ADF, application development phases. Then so many companies came, Rich Faces, Ice Faces, Tomahawk. Everybody started working on this particular aspect. Then Tim Berners said, no, we will create a new version of HTML4 which will be capable of creating dynamic UI components. So 2008 they drafted the specification and 2012 it was released in the market and ADF died, Rich Faces died, Prime Faces died, GWT died, YWT died, JSF died, all had their natural death because until you are your legs are, let's say one person's legs are having problems, then he needs that stick to walk. If the leg is cute, there is no need for the stick. So that's what Tim Berners did, along with Michael Havery of Google, and the entire Google team supported W3C, funded the entire project, funded because W3C is a consortium which consists of companies like Microsoft, blah 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 and all. So they said it's why should we? But Google said no, we will go for it, and they invested in W3C, and through their investment, W3C came up in 4 years HTML5 version. Believe me, the version today we are going to learn is HTML5. And along with that, they also have introduced CSS3. CSS3 is basically an advanced version of CSS2 with an add-on called as selectors. They integrated jQuery with CSS. So they made it really powerful. What is CSS? That's a makeup box. HTML5 can give you beautiful components. But if you want to make that heroine, see, every lady is beautiful by nature. Right? Allah has made, like that only. Right? They are beautiful in their own way. But if you want to make them more beautiful, you need make a box, correct or not? So HTML is of course beautiful. It can make beautiful web pages, but if you want to make it more beautiful, you need a makeup box. You need a beauty parlor. Now makeup box and beauty parlor is CSS3. Make it more professional, looks handsome. Got it? And to make my web dynamic, fine, in the real sense, you need JavaScript. Now, JavaScript was created by Brandon E. long time back. Fine, 97 itself, JavaScript got introduced by Netscape. But that JavaScript was structured and it was not good. And it was not helping HTML4 much. But today, what we have as JavaScript is not JavaScript. We have something called ES6. Brandon Eek is old. He's left the industry. So we don't anybody to take care of. So Europeans Computers Manufacturers Association, ECMA, an association, created a language, a specification called ES6, ES1, 2, 3, like ECMAScript. We call it as ECMAScript. ECMA is European Computers Manufacturers Association, ECMAScript. And right now the current working version, fine, shipping version is 6. So we will use ES6 and JavaScript and CSS3 to make my HTML not just bold, beautiful, but also intelligent and stronger. We say no in beauty pageants. Fine, when the beauty queens, we say beauty with brains. That's what. The CSS3 will bring beauty, JavaScript ES6 will bring the brain for the HTML5 components. And HTML5 is not just this, HTML5 is also faster and cheaper. Fine, Tim Berners made it free and it is modern. You know why modern? Lot of modern things like Google Maps, find geolocations, drag and drop facility, then server sent event, then asynchronous programming. Fine, so many things were introduced in HTML5 with emphasis on the latest trend which is running with Web 2.0. So that way HTML5 is modern. And second thing is US has this TRIPS and TRIMS, trade related intellectual property rights, trade related intellectual measures. And then we also have this PLAF rules, that is platform should be created based on the user's requirement. You need to be responsive. See, in US, you know very well, you cannot construct a building without provision for the differently able people to enter. Correct or not? You should have, slope. Otherwise, you cannot get permission. So there are a lot of strict rules legally. Now, this HTML5 is capable of giving a responsive design based on the equipment, the tab, the mobile, the computer, the people use. Based on that, you can generate the UI. So such kind of responsive designs can be created. See, these things were not possible earlier. We support mobile devices also. So that way HTML5 has become very popular. Believe me, after 2012, all the applications which are competing with HTML4 to give add-ons to HTML4 have died, and today the only thing which is remaining is HTML5. And to support HTML5, we have frameworks. Now you may ask me, what is a framework, sir? Very simple, guys. I'll put it across this way. Say, I can use HTML5, generate beautiful things. I can do that. I can make beautiful web apps, beautiful mobile apps and all. See, I remember when in our country, we have this, we go and see the girl whom we are going to get married, right? So I also was taken, to my wife's house, and we had conversation there. That time she showed me some artworks she has done. Lot of good artworks she has done. So I was quite impressed. It was way back, almost now 25 years. So it was superb. So I was really impressed. I said, such a talent you have. Like, I was so impressed. Now after marriage, few months, like almost a year later, one day she took me to a shop. She said, I want to buy something. So I went with her. She bought some, craft items. Now, I was really surprised to see all the craft items are fully ready-made. And she brought that craft item. She just fixed that. And a super duper professional craft art item was created. I said, this is what you did before marriage also? Yes. That one LKG student will do. You don't need to be a grown-up person. Even a small kid can buy that, fix things here and there. Everything is ready-made. You fix things here and there, it works, and it looks like a professional art. I was just laughing. I thought you did that everything. He said, no, I only did this. How we do, she said. So believe me, that's what frameworks are. So we have Angular framework, we have React framework, we have Flutter framework, we have Vue framework. They give you everything ready made. You just have to take that, put monkey chunky and all, either something, you fix it up, you get a professional app, professional application. And what you did only 20%, 80% is already present. That's what framework, half done job. So after you learn, you don't use direct HTML5, all these things. You'll be using it inside a framework and you'll make professional applications. So we got a lot of help. If you want to get into IT and give solutions, you don't need to worry. Plenty of help is available for you. Got it, guys? Fine. So please understand, we are going to use HTML5 to create dynamic UI components, and then we will connect with a backend service and then host it on internet so that the whole globe is my customer. Getting that? So what is that we create? We create web services, we create portals. Portals is B2B, business to business. Websites, that's for public. Web pages, one website will have multiple web pages, and then we host it on internet using www, and they are accessed through HTTP protocol. It's actually reverse. I have put it as a stack. Fine. Web services we create, then blah 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 blah. If you see from a Java full stack developer point of view, if you look at from a JavaScript developer point of view, you learn HTTP, you learn internet, you learn this, you create web pages, you create websites, you create web portals, you create web services. So if somebody is learning JavaScript full stack, he'll be learning from top to bottom. If somebody is learning Java full stack, he'll learn from bottom to top. Either way, you need to learn all. Got it, guys? Is that clear? Am I making sense? Fine. Is this slide got the W's answered? See, the best part of a industry person speaking or teaching a technology is we speak from our experience. Our experience we have not written as a book. So it will be new for you, and you won't be able to get this from books or from no simple things. So it might be new. So if you have any doubts, if you want to ask anything, you can ask always. You can stop and ask. I'll be glad to answer that. Is this okay? This particular slide? Have you understood? If somebody asks you why HTTP, why HTML5, why CSS3, why JavaScript, why ES6, why W3C, what is web page, what is web service? Can you answer? HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol in order to achieve interoperability between two heterogeneous systems. Internet is network of BOP, the BOP of all network. www is World Wide Web. Web page is one single web page. Website is group of web pages. Web portals is B2B, business to business. You have so many web portals inside one single web page. So they will have different server connections. Web services, they are loosely coupled services over the internet. What Gartner said, they are connected through HTTP protocol. HTML4 does not support dynamic UI components. HTML5 supports dynamic UI components created by Tim Berners. HTTP 1991, HTML5 2012, CSS3 cascading style sheet 3 version uses jQuery, have given a new thing called as selectors. JavaScript, Brandon Eep, developed in 97. It is a structured programming language which adds brain to the HTML. ES6, ECMA Script 6, European Computers Manufacturers Association. They have created this as an alternate for JavaScript. Now it's a mix and match, and it is object oriented. W3C is Worldwide Consortium, which is been funded by Google to create HTML5. They are the owners of HTML and CSS. And HTML5 is faster, cheaper, modern, quite responsive, and you got several APIs which were not there in the earlier 4 version, and it is mobile compliant. That's the reason today nobody is learning Android. You don't need to learn Android. You can just learn HTML5 and you can create mobile based applications. Cool, making sense? Okay, chaliye guys. Now enough of talking. Now it's demo time. So let's now find talk about find a demo here. Fine. Let me now give a demo on HTML5. See, the best part of HTML5 is it's very simple to start with. So I'm going to give you a demo, fine, of the entire thing, starting from the basics to the thing directly on screen. So first we'll see some basic tags, then we'll see some meta tags, then we'll see some frequently used tags which are there. Today's that's the agenda. And over and above that, we'll also see CSS3 and we'll see some basic style sheets. Then we'll also see boxing. Then we'll also see tiling and we'll also see text and layouts. So we'll have a quite fair idea on these things. Of course, I have a, we have materials that, our people will be sharing with you practice materials. I mean, you can use that and do some exercises on that. Okay, so let me share the screen now. One second. Is it visible? Okay. I'll use an online editor, JS editor, in order to demonstrate the complete HTML, whatever we are speaking about, so that it makes sense. Okay. And to just tell you what are the companies which are involved with W3C, Apple is one, Google, Microsoft, Mozilla, Samsung, IBM, Adobe, Intel, and Cisco is there, AT&T is there, BBC is there, Netflix is there, JP Morgan is there, Volkswagen is there, Amazon is there, fine. And then you also have Open Web Academy. Apart from this, you also have one very important guy by name Whatwig. But lot of companies, I mean, they have joined hands and together they have created this W3C, and much of the W3C is funded by these guys. Fine. Whatwig is it's again a group which talks about web hypertext. Fine. I mean standards. It's called as Web Hypertext Application Technology Working Group. Fine. It's a community-driven effort that focus on developing and maintaining web standards. It was formed by W3C, of course. So we can also be part of this Whatwig, which is a technology working group. So they basically talk about the responsiveness, the entire standards which we follow, and also if I'm creating a browser and all, I can have to be part of it so that I know the latest developments. So get along, guys. I mean, explore. There is no limit for this. Okay. Now let's move on to our first demo to start with. So I'll create this as my first HTML file. Most of you might be knowing, so we'll quickly move this because there are some people who are fresh also. So for them, I would like to start with basics. Then I will slowly improve this. So if you are using HTML5, you got to create a text file in any editor of your choice and then save it as .html. And on top, you should use this doc type HTML, which basically states, say there is no compulsion in HTML. If you don't follow certain things, it will just ignore. That's it. It won't give you errors and all. It's very kind hearted. It won't spit on us, neither it will throw errors. It will just ignore. So this is like doc type HTML means doc type is document type definition. For every, say this is based on XML. Please understand, HTML is based on XML. The previous HTML4 was based on SGML. See, SGML is standardized generalized markup language, and that was based on generalized markup language called GML. GML was created by Goldfred Mosher Lowry. So that's how the story goes. Goldfred Mosher Lowry were employees of Bell Labs. Even this Tim Berners is from there. So they created SGML. From SGML they created this. But right now HTML5 is based on XML because XML is extensible. They want to adopt XML to make HTML5 also extensible. So this doc type is actually an indicator telling you that I am XML, because in XML we use fine, and HTML also have doc types. That doc type is different and this doc type is different. So if you see this doc type exclamation doc type HTML, remember this is a HTML5 page, and your browser should support HTML5, which mostly it does, because when we started in 2012 and all, not all browsers were supporting, but now everybody is supporting. Okay, now HTML page always starts with a HTML tag, and inside that you can have a head tag. Apart from this, you can also have a body tag, and inside body you can also have a script tag. This is the anatomy of an HTML page. Head tag will contain the meta level instructions, and the script tag will contain the JavaScript details or the programs which you would like to have, and the body tag basically contains the entire body. So I can very well say here H1 is a HTML tag, which is a body content tag. Now this particular tag can display the data in bold and bigger. So let me say, and welcome to HTML5. So this is just a IDE, right? I mean, sorry, it's just an editor online. You can just, you can see here the same thing. Fine. So if I'm going to run this, yes, congratulations. You have run your first HTML page, right? You have run your first HTML page. And what you are going to have in script and head, we'll talk about it later. But right now, let's only worry about it. But at the same time, do we really need to have all these things? No need. Even if you don't have anything, just put HTML, hello, fine, and say run, it runs. Actually, we don't need to worry about that much. It runs. But there are standards. If we follow that, it's better. And you don't need to have script tag, head tag. That's not mandatory. But later we can make use of. So let me again remove that, so that when we want, we will call those tags. I used a simple H1 tag. Now these are called as display tags, fine, or content tags, which are going to do some display for me. Like H1, there are plenty of tags. Shall we experiment a few of the tags? So we also have H2, fine. This is a small heading. See this? So this is little small. Compared to this is small. When compared to this is small. Okay, HTML body, something like this, right? Okay, apart from this, what are the things we have? When you also have H3, it's little more small. Fine. Okay, apart from this, what are the other tags you have? You got a P tag, paragraph tag. Fine, it's a paragraph. Hello, I am paragraph. So if you want to start a new paragraph, you can make use of this. Fine, it starts in a new line. See, please understand, if I'm going to have a next line, now next line will not, see, because this is paragraph, it's coming the next line. But one more next line, if I give, It's next. So, but I don't want a paragraph, but I want it to be the next line. Means you can also use a tag called as BR, break. We call this as break. Then it comes. Okay. Apart from this, you also have tags like a pre-tag. Like for example, let me add without a pre-tag. Hello, how are you? I'm having a tab, decoration. Everything is coming in single line, right? But what I can do is I can say PRE, fine, and then I'll give PRE, and then let me run this. See, this PRE tag is to do the pre-setting, fine. Interesting tags. See, these are very interesting tags. Content tags are. The more you explore, the more you learn. A lot of tags are there. Fine. So the study material which our people share for practice, enjoy that. Enjoy that. It's written by me. So a lot of tags I have experimented. Okay. Next, let's look at one more beautiful tag. You also have something called as a hyperlink tag. We also call this as anchor tag because websites have this hand pointer, right? If you move your cursor, their hand pointer comes, you click, then a new page gets open. So you got something called as A. A is anchor tag. href equal to, I can say www.google.com. You can give any website of, fine, visit Google. So if you do so, you will get a hand pointer here, and if you click on that, you can, if you move your mouse pointer there, you can see. All right, fine, you can see that. If you select, this is the internal, right? So but in real life we will open that particular stuff. So which one? Google site will get open. Next, this is a, we have advanced things in that, we'll come to that slowly, but right now I'm just trying to demonstrate the hello world. See, you also have something called as image tag. src equal to, fine, we can have some, fine. So I will, it's not there, that's that, oh, it's coming, see this. Fine. So image tag, I can reduce the size also if you want. I can say the size as, fine, I can say little lesser size, fine. I can also have some more details. I can even add it to an anchor. I can click that. So primarily these are simple tags, right? Very simple tags. But is that interesting? See this. So image tag, anchor tag, some display tags. Like this, how many tags are there, sir? Plenty of tags. Do you need a teacher to teach that? Absolutely not. Today, primary school students fine are experimenting with these tags. All you need to know is you need to have a fine list of the tags which are available. If you have that, you yourself can experiment and master this HTML in no time. So people who are skeptical to get into IT, please understand IT is very simple. All you need is you need that interest, the zeal, that's all. And doing this is pretty simple. And see, to start with, it's so simple. HTML5. It's not like this everywhere, but I'm telling you, HTML pages are quite simple. So let's experiment some more, fine, and let's understand little more tags. I'm taking it off. Apart from this, we also have something called as meta tags. Fine, meta tags. Like for example, let's say like this, Google Translator. Fine, I'd say Hello, how are you? Fine. I would like to change it to Hindi, for example. So, Namaste, आप कैसे हैं? So, let's give here. So, let's run this. Fine. So, it's coming. You know how this comes? In normal case, it won't come. That is coming because we have this meta tag internally because it's an editor, right? That's coming because of this meta tag. Meta tab, find content equal to, find text slash HTML, and then you have to say set equal to UTF-8. Of this only that particular characters are coming. So this is there by default. If you are writing your own web page, then you got to specify this meta tag. Getting it? Fine. Content you need to specify, and then character set you need to specify. Character set is character set. UTF is Unicode text format. 8 is octal. Unicode means you know very well. Fine. The Java does not follow ASCII. It follows Unicode. 65,535 characters it supports. Almost all the languages of the world, they have support. So because this page already has that support, I'm getting this. If you are writing your own page, let's say you are creating an HTML page, then this Hindi character will not display in your browser. So to make that display, you need to give this. Without this, it will not work. Okay, makes sense. This called as meta tag. Okay, there is also one more meta tag. You would have heard of the scricinfo.com and all, where every 5 seconds the page gets refreshed. Every 5 seconds the page gets refreshed. Then only the new score will come, right? But today they have changed it to Ajax. But when we started in early years, we didn't have Ajax. So Ajax is a technology. But to just refresh and get the new scorecard, we use that particular cricinfo.com used a meta tag which goes something like this: meta http eq fine equal to refresh, fine, and then you got to say content equal to, fine, the seconds, how many seconds may you want to refresh, fine. If you give like this, it refreshes every time, that is every 5 seconds the page gets refreshed. Now this is meta tag, guys. If I don't use this meta tag, it won't be possible. So likewise, we got meta tags. So this is not display tags. These are called as meta tags. Meta tags is mother tags. They are like little different. So we can use this to refresh the page every 5 seconds. Making sense? So two things we are covering. One is simple display tags. Now we are covering meta tags. So two meta tags we have covered. Are there any other meta tags, sir? Yes, a lot of meta tags are there. Like for example, there are companies who are called as search engine optimization companies. If you have a website, you can go to that company and tell, boss, my website is not coming in Google. You can tell. Then what those people will do is they will do optimization of your website, and then they will make it more popular. So how they make it popular? That is made because you can specify some hashtags, some keywords. When Google is searched, Google search engine searches for keywords in the website. Based on that only your page will come on top. So you should give keywords again in meta tag. So these type of changes, those search engine optimization people will do, and they'll charge you for that. Content equal to something like this. So here you can say, find Java Bootcamp. If you pay, somebody searches for Java Bootcamp will come to you. So find then JavaScript, or somebody says no Shoaib. So how they search you need to know. So how people will search for my contents. So like we can say, technology, fine, like that. Indian trainer, fine. You can have anything, fine. Full stack, Like this, you can keep adding the keywords, as many keywords as you want. So when search engine may somebody searches, they will be able to, Google will be able to get your, this is why how they do, by having keywords. And also you can also, they also, Google search engine also searches by author. So it's also good if you say name equal to author and specify your author content. So NX, so something like this. Some people may search, fine, I want the web pages by NX. So like that. So you can, and also one more very important thing. See, Google search engine also searches based on when you revised the content. So it will have 100 pages. Let's say Java Bootcamp, it got 1000 pages. Now all 1000 pages also all will be displayed, but which will come in the first page? The one which will come in the first page will be the latest one. So let's say you created this page 10 years before. Now that will come last. But even if you have created 10 years before, every day you need to do one thing. Every day you need to say meta name equal to revised. And then you need to say find content equal to the keywords, whatever keywords you said, right? Show up. And then you can say here 3 to 2024. Fine, specify like this. Now this means my Google engine will go and search, will find out Shoaib, and they will know that okay, this is the latest page. See guys, this is search engine optimization. So by doing so, you can keep your page always in the top 10 category. There are other techniques also. These are some basic techniques for your pages. Some more techniques which you can think of is you can also advertise your site in various platforms which are very popular platforms. You can also, one thing which is very super duper about Google search engine is Google search engine always give preference to Google Maps. So go to Google Maps, register your site address, your name. So that will also come. Google Ads can also be one of the feature. Free ads you can go for. You don't need to pay anything, but that will come. Fine. So search engine optimization can be done in all these ways. Believe me guys, it's a business. People are charging. In India, they charge 10,000, 20,000 rupees. Fine, just for making one web page. Fine, optimized, and you can see that now page coming up. Fine, on the first screen of the Google. They will do that. They will keep on doing that, and they will maintain that for 1 year. For that money, 1 year may they will do. A lot of companies are there, and they say it's secret. What secret? Bunda secret. Anybody can do that. Fine, you just need to have the knowledge. Okay, so that's all we have here with respect to meta tags. And again, some more tags could be there. So as I said, they're pretty simple. HTML is like a cakewalk. Please have a look at more tags. My study material will also have that. Fine. So let's move on to some more very interesting things. You also have something called as a list tags. That is, you can create bulleted list kind of. So let's create some bulleted list and let's display them. So I have a body tag. I would like to remove this so that it should not create problems in the next. So we call this as ordered list, unordered list,
Excuse me.
something like that. So
how do we define the syntax like a body and just meta? How do we define where need that to be fixed where?
Nothing. Meta tag has to be on top. Here where I specified, here before body, and body tag has to be here after the meta tags. Okay, ma'am. So body may you have content, and these meta tags are going to be above the body, and these tags cannot be inside the body because they are like mother tags. They are on top. They have to be They have to be either inside the head tag, or they can be directly without the head tag. They can even be put inside the head tag. Okay, or you can directly put like this also. So head is basically for this, where you can have some top level instruction. or you can directly leave also. As I said, HTML accepts. Right? Or if you want it proper, best place to put is this head tag, because this is like the top level instructions of my web page. Okay, making sense? No, but don't put it inside body tag. Body tag maximum you can have is body and script tag. You cannot have, even in fact script tag also can be placed inside your head tag, but I prefer keeping it inside body. So it's up to you. You can do that. Even if you don't give any tag, a body HTML, I mean, still it works, but this is just a standard. Okay, got it? It's clear, ma?
Yes, thank you, sir. Got it.
Okay. So now let's go quickly to the next tag, ordered list and unordered list kind of tags. So if you want to create a bulleted list, bulleted list we call this, right? So if you want something like that, then how do I make it? Very simple. You just have to have a tag by name OL. Right, let me have, see, we'll try to finish in another 2 minutes how much ever tag. We'll continue. I will finish HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and also REST services for you. So don't worry about it. So today we had a lot of theory also, right? So tomorrow completely it will be demo. So we will be making more HTML tags. So item 1, I'm not in a hurry, so don't think that I'm in a hurry. So we are very slow. We just created some simple content tags. We experimented on meta tags, and now we are creating some more simple tags, I mean, which are little like bigger. So now we have come to bulleted list. So li stands for list. So like this you can have, and here it goes. Congratulations, we have created right, we have created this. So we have got this numbered list, correct or not? We have got this numbered list. Now, can we have something else? Like, I mean, can we change that number list to something else? Yes, you can define that very well. You can define that very well. You can see this is refreshing. Could you see that? Every 5 seconds it is getting refreshed. See? So I need to remove this. Otherwise, it will keep on doing that. Now it is standard. Fine. Okay. Now I can also say type equal to fine A. Now see this. Congratulations. You have changed the bulleted list. You can also say type equal to yes, lowercase. Congratulations. Right. You can also say type equal to I. Congratulations. You have done it with Roman letters also. Guys, making sense? Is that fine? Let me stop with this because I have to go. I would love to continue further, but because teaching HTML5 is always interesting. HTML. In fact, when I started my career, when I was also new to computers, right? See, I started my classes when I wanted to make some pocket money for my college fees and a long time back. So, uh, so naturally, the easiest subject was HTML. So I love that teaching that because you can see live. You learn something, you see live. So this HTML is quite interesting. Fortunately, I got one more opportunity to teach HTML here. So congratulations once again. So we have introduced HTML with the real perspective. Why? You have understood HTTP, HTML5. I've shown you a few basic tags. I've shown you anchor tag. I've shown you image tag. I also showed you meta tags. And you got a business opportunity now. See, that's how you should learn things. What is that I'm going to make out of my learning? Believe me, even if you don't learn anything, just learn meta tags. You can still make money. You just ask somebody, come by, come, I will make your website now come in the top 10 pages of the Google. So then you work on it. I have given you the, I mean, I've given you a line, now convert that to a road, right? Guys, congratulations once again. Fine. Learning is a blessing, and you have come here, and you have all your hard work. Fine. This is not simple. So definitely it will give a lot of advantage to your career. Tomorrow we will go
Sir,
for the next
if there are
class.
any Q&As, can we ask candidates?
Yes. If you have any Q&A.
Anybody has any questions to be asked?
I have
Alright.
a question.
Sure. Sure, please. Go ahead.
How do we know what to type if we want this Roman letters? You know that if you type I, it comes like 1, 2, 3 of Roman
Only
alphabet.
5 types are there. Only 5 types are there.
Numbers? As an example, I'm asking you, how do we know the exact words or the syntax, how to use them? Or do we have any? Is it provided in the study material?
Yes. I will give you the study material,
Mhm.
and actually that I will share it with NX people. They will share it with you.
Okay.
Not only that, HTML is a global specification. I pick up from the W3C documentation. So W3C has given a complete specification document.
Okay.
If you really want to learn from the horse mouth, we say no, then learn it from W3C. That's an open specification. Anybody can know. You won't have any problem with not copying that because that's for the public. So
It's like W3 schools, you mean?
yeah, and W3 schools you do. W3C itself has a specification document.
Okay.
Complete details in there. W3 schools is a tutorial.
Okay.
You can get there. I also have written several books on HTML. I'll be sharing with next people. They'll be sharing with you. That is more than stuff because the specification is too big. So we have that. We have made it simplified. Okay.
Thank you.
We'll share
It's
the-
very useful. Thank you.
Thank you, Rama. Thank you. Chaliye guys, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
All the very best.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. We had set up a poll few days back if students want to join on a weekend classes like this Saturday and Sunday, but most of them didn't want it to join on Saturday and Sunday. So we will not have a class tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Is it possible to have the class on a weekend? Because we joined the session just because it ends on 5th. Some of us joined with the goal
Okay,
of
what
like,
we'll do is we create another poll tonight, and we'll see how many says yes and how many no's, and then we'll update sir accordingly.
Okay.
And
How
sir,
many
are
no's?
you available for the weekend classes too, sir?
For
You're
me,
available, right?
I'm available. Anything is fine.
Alrighty. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for joining, and thank you, sir, for this awesome session.
Thank you, ma. I'll share the study material also. Give them the
Sure,
lab
sure.
exercises. They'll enjoy that.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye bye.